Ah, dear, oh dear. G'day, you mob. How's everyone going? G'day, Beast.
G'day.
How are you, mate?
Good. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm pretty good after the last few days of not feeling very well at all, but I think I'm coming good.
That's good to hear, man.
It was a rough few days, but I made it through. Get through some g'days. Amy, first cab in the docks today. Sand Creek Aquatics too. Big bucket of kudos in the post to you, Amy. Alien World Aquatics, Scotty, hello. Joel G. Joe Coffee, not Joel Coffee. JC, haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. GT, how are you, gnarly? Mickham, lurking and liking. Sensible advice for everyone. Lazarus the Fish Boy, g'day Laz. GRB, how's it going, mate? Other Scott's Aquatics, always good to have more than one Scott in the house. Dragon Lair, how's it going? Pop you down, out. Stephen the Biologist, how are you, Stephen? Welcome aboard. Streetwise, g'day Streety. Miles, how's it going? Cheers from Seppo Land, indeed. Actually, I have to do one of them so I can cheers back at you, Streety. Was it Streety? Yeah, it was Streety. He said cheers from Seppo Land. It would be nice if there was an actual country called Seppo Land. It would be mildly humorous, to say the least. Chris John, g'day again, Chris. How's it going? Whoops. Good old scrolly extra roll chat. Oh, who else have we seen? Try and find where I actually was. Cody son, how's it going? Peplin Creek, how's it going, Pep? Peplin Creek Aquatics, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon me, that was a perler to start with. Cody son, I think I said hi. Have another one free of charge, brother. C23, g'day, mate. Dan Slee, hello there. Pardon me, again. That was quite mild compared to the first. Thirsty Rabbit. How are you, Thirsty? Tampa Tom, g'day, mate. Larry D found his way in again. John Cox, how are you, mate? Don't yawn on a stream. Sound advice streetwise. Sometimes if you happen to see Aquamate's stream on Sunday, I think I did quite a lot of yawning as well as many other dodgy facial expressions and stuff. It was quite a difficult live stream for me to get through. Hello, Ginger Graves. How are you? Welcome. Who else have I missed? No one, I think. If I've missed you, I do apologise. Let me know. And if you're, chilling out back there in Lurkland, feel free to let us know you're about. But also feel free not to if that is your choice. So yes, as I did delicately refer to just then, Aquamate and Friends actually called it something different on Sunday. I can't remember what it was called. About 15 to 25 minutes approximately into that stream, I succumbed to a migraine headache, which just progressively got worse and worse. Cracking open a big bottle of VB possibly didn't help me that much. But, you try what you can only try. And basically, I pushed through, held off my vomits, didn't want to vomit on a live stream. As entertaining and fun as that would be, did not occur. And then after the stream, I went and laid down on my bed for a nap. And 19 hours later, I got up. Well, I mean, I did get up a couple of times to go and do a wee. But, 19 hours in bed didn't necessarily help too much because I still woke up headachy and spent the next 2 days with a zombified head and, feeling rather crap. But, maybe one day, Joel G, I might be able to spew on a live stream for all of the viewers to enjoy.
Have a bucket ready.
Oh, there's always buckets ready. It's a fish room, for God's sake.
True.
For God's sake. I don't think I've ever said that on a live stream before. There's a first. A first for everyone. And you were all here to see it or hear it. American God's Thirsty. Excellent show. Very good. I smashed through that in about 2 or 3 days. Fingers crossed there's more to come. I didn't actually look it up to see if there was more to come. But
the book was good. It actually had an end, but the series just keeps wanting to wind it out and keep it going.
So did you watch all of the series?
Yeah.
So where the series has ended off has not resolved the book yet?
No.
Right. That's good to know. So there's definitely more coming then.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Fantastic show. Ian McShane, awesome actor. Does a great job in anything he does. Pardon me. But yeah, highly recommend that series to everyone. Get into it. What else? Oh, Stephen the biologist. I take special medication for when my migraines hit. I lose almost complete vision and, vomit and confusion. I certainly get dodgy vision, and the only thing, like I've taken medications for migraines before and they don't even touch the edges. So the only thing I can really do is lay down and try and be in the dark. G'day, Blake. Blake's Aquatics in the house. Yeah, funny you should mention that as well, Streetwise. I have been I've dived back into Deadwood as well over the last month or so. Not, religiously smashing it down, but yeah, I've got to get right through all of that. And that show certainly had a very interesting ending because of the show's creator. His name escapes me at the moment, but yeah, he was notorious for being a very interesting guy to work with on set, and also notorious for his extracurricular activities, which sometimes hampered the show's development. And apparently that's what was getting in the way towards the end of the TV show. And because it ended in such a silly kerfuffle, the fans rose up, as they do so often nowadays. They rose up and encouraged a better ending to the storyline. And the movie, I mean, sure, it brought some endings and some closure to some of the plot lines and characters. But yeah, they did it, but it still wasn't critically acclaimed or anything like that. I think it got more toileting than what the fans expected it to do. So yeah, it could have been done better, but I think they just smashed it out real quick. Roku only has season 1, 2 of first 48. What's that mean, C23?
Of the Deadwood series, I'm guessing.
What's first 48 a reference to, though? Or is first 40? Right. Gotcha. Ugly Man, how's it going? Welcome aboard. Yes, I've still got to finish Deadwood. Close to finishing Hell on Wheels. I've got this silly habit where I can't just watch one show start to finish. I've got like 4 or 5 shows going on at the same time. Now, am I mistaken calling it American Gods? Because that's the second time someone's called it Gods of America.
Might have a different title in America.
Right. But the book was called American Gods, wasn't it?
In Australia, it was, for sure.
Yeah, right.
But they do localize titles depending on, for God knows what reason. But it can happen.
Flying High was the first one of those that I can remember, because in Australia it was called Flying High, as it was in the UK and many other places around the world, but it was called Airplane in America.
Yeah, right. I just want to ask the viewers, are they getting crackles off Dr. Black's mic as well?
Is it off my mic?
It's only when you speak I get crackles, yeah.
How very interesting.
Yeah.
It is.
GRB, I've got apple pie today, cinnamon and apple, a bit of pastry flavour by the Muffin Man. Goes well with the apple ciders. Cheers. So thirsty rabbits here in the crackles too, I guess. Now you're going quiet. Changing the plugs. Test 1, 2.
See if that did anything.
You're back.
But it's still messy, isn't it?
It is a little bit, yeah, but that's okay.
How very odd. Now,
might have done some damage to your cable on the last stream.
Don't think so. All I did was plug it in and unplug it. Hang on, I'm just gonna unplug this mic and try the inbuilt one.
Gaffer, no, Beauty's at the beautician. She's getting eyebrows browned up because she suffers from blonde eyebrows where you can't actually see them. So she doesn't like that. And getting a bit of the waxing done. Yeah. Sneaky waxing.
Man. Wow, I'm still crackly even on my normal microphone.
I wonder what that is.
Me too. G'day, Gaffer. How are you? Oh, Poop Fire, how's it going? Welcome back.
It's a sunny day, but I don't think we'll do the poop fire today.
Oh, it's good, probably good weather to go on at least harvest, and get a stash ready. Keep them out of the rain if it rains again. But potentially, we'll get there one day. Promise. I promise. I pinky swear. My pinky's built for pinky swears. That's all it does.
Look, mate.
It's designed for pinky swears. Yeah, so sorry about the audio. I really don't know what's going on. I wonder, should I remove myself from the stream and come back in? Funny you should say that, Thirsty. Oh, no. It's actually a cricket injury, my pinky. But then I broke the knuckle a couple of weeks later from, forming a fist and punching things. Wasn't very good. I get a Chevy Fish. Looks like a high and by. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, that's it. Poop Fire. It's a great dry, still day today. The perfect day for a cow poo harvest. Pardon me. Oh, that's a good idea, actually, Streetwise. Can you mute your microphone for a sec, Beast?
Sure thing.
Let's just see if so maybe it's my microphone doing something to your audio. Because I think you're right. It is when I talk that it happens, but now that I'm talking, it's not happening. How interesting, and good thinking, Streetwise. Gaffer Haynes, I know. Oh, he also says don't say anything. Shake the table a bit. Now, I was just getting it when I spoke. But yes.
Yeah, it could be, mate.
I think it is, but it's definitely got something to do with when I'm talking.
Yeah.
Because I only get it when I speak, but I didn't get a single bit of that when you were muted.
Okay. Whereas I still got it, which is strange.
I wonder what we do to fix that. Gaffer said something about it, but
yeah, I've got to keep my phone plugged in constantly, otherwise the batteries drain out. I should move to a computer. I've got one.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Doing StreamYard on the phone, even plugged in, my phone drains. It drains faster than it can charge.
Right.
Ooh. Shall we try removing you and having you come back in?
Sure thing.
Let's try that as an experiment.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I can. Kick from studio just seemed so harsh, but it's not as harsh as ban. Yeah, I think you guys are correct. It's got something to do with some kind of feedbacky loop. Let's see what happens if he pops back in. So I think we've done it quite successfully before without headphones. I don't even know why I put headphones on today. Just for shits and gigs, probably. I suppose while I've got a few of the Australians in here, Blake, Thirsty, Gaffer, any of you other Australians who might have been, yes, a cricket broke my pinky, C23. Sorry, scrolling back through the chat. Just wondering if any of you Australian people have been seeing the warnings and alerts popping up on... Oh, there I am, I'm echoing now. I'll just mute that microphone for a sec. Yeah, I was getting major echo coming back through your speakers, Beast. Yeah, there's all these warnings about what the government's doing with whatchamacallits, laws regarding searches and stuff like that. Yeah, that stuff, Joel G. Anyone have a read of it and think anything other than it's a preamble into something that's about to happen? Because the thing that I read didn't really seem to have anything to say, really.
I read a news article on it, and they talked about how the Australian government wants news sources to pay, or the Google, Facebook, a bunch of other companies to pay royalties to news outlets for using their articles.
Yeah, right.
So,
whatever happened to commenting for public opinion and public interest and satire and all that kind of stuff? Is that...
Yeah,
that's kind of what they're eliminating, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, there will be some, no doubt, some more interesting stuff to see about that. But yeah, it does sound like what it's all about. That it's about the news people getting appropriate credit, maybe as long as they're real news. Instead of fake news.
So I think what's happened is I got my phone repaired up when I did my Brisbane trip, and they pulled out a lot of fluff out of the microphone and the speakers.
Ah, right.
So the speakers and the microphone are working good now, and now it's causing feedback. So sorry.
Right. Working better than ever, as it were.
Yeah, go figure.
Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring. that it might be a proverbial storm in a teacup before all of the real what do you call it? Story information comes out. Do that the little old panic the general public before the real interesting stuff comes out. Why can't I find? I've got to try and find my microphone mixer because, yeah, I like Blake's idea suggesting that maybe I can back off the volume of my microphone a little bit. No, not that one. Are we getting it in double? Is it coming through my microphone as well? That's funny. I heard the helicopter through your microphone before I heard it through my ears outside.
I'm going to swap phones. Give you a sec.
Righto. Yeah, I got a I just use a cheap one off eBay as well, and it seems to be fairly accurate. I am led to believe that they do need calibrating once in a while. I'm not sure how you would do that. Where did that go? Oh yeah, thirsty snake season warming up. There's certainly been a few getting around already. Certainly that time of year where boy snakes start wandering around looking for girl snakes. And yeah, there's lots of the other reptiles as well that don't get very busy through winter. Certainly starting to wake up and get around as well. It's just been ridiculously warm for winter. I don't even think we had a winter. It's like maybe 3 or 4 days where it got decently cold, but for the most part, it's just been like a long autumn. Bummer Joel G. Timing is everything. That's Blake telling me how to calibrate them. Here's my one. That's the one I use. I think it cost me $12 or $13 or something off the eBay. Oh, sorry, Beast. Didn't even see you back there. But yeah, I mean, I don't really measure. TDS, but on the times that I have, it's worked well, and it seems that those headphones have fixed our audio problem. Beast, well done.
Still mic check. Do I sound okay?
You sure do. Radio friendly.
Cool.
Now, how does one measure hardness of water? Does that involve TDS, or is there a different process? Does it involve quadratic equations or temporal dislocation? G'day, Aquamate. Yeah, touchdowns, and YDs is yards. So is that a different test meter thing to measure hardness? Get a different pen again. I've yeah, again, something that I haven't really ever checked for. Right, good to know. Yeah, for some reason I thought there was some you do two different tests and then there's some equation. I don't know where I was drawing that information from. Potentially just creating it in my own head. Well, that's good to know. Potentially I might have to locate me one of those testers as well, or the test strips. Yeah, right. Because if you've got 0 kH, your water's unstable and can flex. Yeah, right. Because if you've got how did I come back? You just throw me on your speaker real quick, did you? So yeah, that's about it on that stuff, I think, is it? What else? Crikey. So yeah, Joel G mentioned being in lockdown like the Victorians because they let some COVID back into New Zealand. Pardon me, and that was the verdict, wasn't it? That the COVID came in, it wasn't lying dormant. In there was a fresh edition of new COVID stuff. So I heard. I don't hear a lot of news or anything, but you know, sometimes you've got to pay attention to the news and decipher it for yourself, whether it's fake or real. And all I can think about talking about is TV, because I've just been watching so many TV shows on all of these streaming services. Not all of them, actually. I've been ignoring my Netflix. My Netflix is no worries, Beast. Let us know what you sort out. Yes, I think my Netflix is feeling neglected because I've been watching a lot more Stan, binge. I think I've watched everything Disney has to offer to me at the moment until Mandalorian Season 2 starts in October. I still have... What was that really kiddie cartoon of Star Wars? Rebellion? No. Anyway, the one that looks like it was designed for 9-year-olds. I find that very difficult to get into, but I will push myself through. G'day, Kareen. Pet Central. Ryan, I believe it is there. Crystal, how are you? Yeah, October. Boba Fett's armor will be in Season 2, as will Tamuera Morrison. So, of course, all the talk is that Boba Fett will actually be played by Tamawira Morrison, but potentially he will just be playing an old clone who just happens to have Boba Fett's armor. Time will tell. Big Tank Hank, how are you, Hank? Welcome aboard. And I'm going to do a fairly emphatic no to the rewatch of Toy Story. I think when the first Toy Story came out, I had young children, very young children, and that seen that movie so many times. No, Stephen. First season finished some time ago, and second season of The Mandalorian comes out in October. Probably towards the end of October, I think. So far is what I've heard. And can I just say, I can't wait. Also, I can't wait for that TIE fighter from the end of season 1 to come out in Lego. I've become quite obsessed with Lego TIE fighters. They're my thing, and I've gone and I think I have four Lego TIE fighters now, and it's quite the collection. I like it a lot. Anyone else like Lego? Am I just a big child for liking my Legos? I've not. Here we go. There's you again. Can see up your nose.
Oh, it's a bad angle. I know. See what I can do.
That's why the teenage girls always do selfies from way up above their shoulder. Also, you can see down their boobs. I didn't mean to mention teenage girls and boobs in the one sentence. Goodness, Freudian slip. Ugly Man mentioning Umbrella Academy. I've had that recommended to me a few times as well, but I've not dived in. Sandy Doherty, how are you, Sandy? Potentially based on multiple recommendations that maybe I should have a watch of it.
They've got these fancy pants Lego mosaics that are just coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And if you buy 3 of them, you can make a extra long extended version of the mosaic rather than just a single frame of it. But they look quite impressive. They're like really good pixel art.
Yeah, I did. I saw some of those recently in the Lego shop. Mm-hmm. I actually bought some stuff from the Lego shop, and I believe the courier driver stole it.
Oh.
They claimed it was delivered on the 31st of July. I was here all day that day. No package got dropped off.
Bugger.
And I'm in the middle of a dispute with the courier company, trying to find out which one of their drivers stole my Lego. Pardon me. It was a double up because right. I wanted extra TIE fighters in my fleet.
Right.
I mainly bought it because I bought some key rings as well, like Darth Vader and Stormtrooper key rings. I just wanted those guys, really.
Yep.
But yeah, now I may never see them again. And they claim it's been delivered, but so far they haven't been able to show me a photograph of it in a safe place, because I believe that all of the courier companies that are requested to leave your item in a safe place are supposed to take a photo of it.
Right.
Even one thing I had the other day on its instructions was at least 2 photos or 2 pics, PIX, in safe place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think until they show me photos of it sitting in a safe place at my house,
yeah,
I believe there's a courier driver out there who likes a bit of Lego, and he likes a little bit of kleptomania as well.
He can shake the box. He knows what it is.
Well, I assume coming directly from Lego.com.
Probably had a Lego box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably said Lego all over it.
Yeah. Bummer. So you mentioned... Yeah, go for it.
No, you're right.
You mentioned Disney. I saw something a bit disturbing last night about Disney. They've acquired for the Marvel movies, they've acquired X-Men off of Sony Entertainment. So they're going to reboot the X-Men, and someone's done a mock-up with Shia LaBeouf as Wolverine.
Really?
And as bad as he's been in the past, he actually looks the part. With the claws and the hair and the beard and everything. He actually pulls it off quite well. So if you can method act the shit out of it and be a completely different character, it's going to work. We're going to get new Wolverine, which is good because Hugh Jackman did his final partaking in the Wolverine character with Logan, which is awesome. But Old Man Logan, they've got to reboot it.
I don't. Like, it spun me out when Spider-Man happened like that and the Hulk happened like that, that there was a movie and then someone else would go and redo it so quickly after and not really tell a massively different story. You know, what are they going to do to Wolverine by retelling one of his stories, or are they going to take him down a completely new path?
Yeah, I think it's the team factor. Like, the fact that the X-Men work in teams rather than working just solo missions usually, that it'll really work well.
Yeah,
because they're not on camera the whole time, and it's not just revolving around the one main character as a focus. So, which is cool, because if they can get James McAvoy back in as Professor X, that'd still work. But as far as Hugh Jackman doing Wolverine, he's already barred it. He said, "Nah, I'm too old to get shredded. I can't do it to my body anymore."
Plus, his bank balance is probably big enough, isn't it?
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's done well for himself. But yeah, that final movie, Logan, was really good. Highly recommended.
Not sure if I saw that one, but I'm assuming it's not on Disney, is it? It's part of the series of Marvel movies that aren't on Disney?
Yeah, it's not Disney. It's Sony Computer Entertainment. Not Computer Entertainment, I think it's Sony.
Sony Pictures.
Sony Pictures, that's it. Yeah.
Well, someone asked recently about Binge, and I think it was Binge where I found the Spider-Man movies that aren't on Disney. Actually, Homecoming might be on Disney, but Far From Home was not.
Right.
And then there's the animated one, Into the Spideyverse, which is apparently fantastic. I've heard good things, but I've not been able to find where that's streaming. It might be available to rent on Amazon, but I'm not sure for free.
Yeah. No, that's rad. It really is cool.
Let me go and get my pride and joy piece of Lego at the moment. It has to be.
G'day, Hat Trick Farm.
G'day.
How you doing? Yeah, GRB. Hugh Jackman would totally prefer to sing on Broadway, like that character he played where he was busting into a piss and he pissed himself on stage, and he was proud of it. Dedication to the art.
Oops.
That's rad. Is that an interceptor?
Striker. Whoops.
Striker.
And I just fired one of its weapons.
Nice.
It's pretty dangerous. Nearly had my eye out. It's funny how lots of the the Star Wars stuff comes with weapons that actually shoot with great velocity. Its wings drop down with little mechanical doodads.
Nice.
Door opens up to show the dude inside. The TIE Fighter pilot outfit was always my favourite Star Wars character, apart from Vader.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
In ways.
Yeah, I've got a one of my nieces, her husband is a mad Star Wars, well, was a mad Star Wars Lego collector, and he's broken down his collection and started to sell pieces off.
Okay.
So between myself, g'day Scotty again. Between myself and my younger son, who likes, we're both a little bit Star Wars nuts. We bought quite a few kits off him to expand our collections, which was very good. And I got myself another Darth Vader figurine to replace my missing one from my original TIE Fighter.
Nice.
So I have a different edition Darth Vader TIE Fighter as well as the original one. I've got a Y-Wing bomber. Got a couple of other TIE Fighters. And lots of dudes, lots of little Lego dudes now. I'm going to have to get some display boxes for all the little dudes, and then, maybe a cupboard or a shelf for all the other bits and pieces. That's funny that Blake says that as well. I started reading the Darth Vader comics as well. I had it under very good authority that lots of the Star Wars comics fill in so much of the storylines and stuff. So, if you're dead set into your Star Wars, you want to know all of the ins and outs of the stories, and you can't just watch the main movies to get the, all of the side stories and whatnot. So you've got to branch out and go all multimedia with your Star Wars. Yeah, these ones are pretty brutal, Stephen. And all you've got to do is touch the whoops, it's lost forever. Whoops. You just got to touch them ever so slightly. Pew! They're off. I may never find them again. They're the only two I got.
Have you seen the pistol stud guns they've got?
Made out of Lego.
Yeah. They just take a single round stud as the front for the bullet. You shoot one of those fuckers off. Good luck to you. You're never going to find the little fucking single stud round. It's gone. Yeah. I've got one inside that's got a Gatling cannon, like 6 shots on a barrel with the single studs. It's just it's gone.
Well, I found very interesting with all of the figurines that come with just the tiny little handheld guns, like you say, that you push the little thing on top and it shoots the single stud out. Yeah. I think it was very good of Lego to provide extra, of the little red bullet studs.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
Sensibly, they added, a couple of bonus ones, but realistically, if you're going to use that as a firearm, you're going to lose those single studs very, very rapidly.
Yep, tink, tink, tink up the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, well, someone did mention before about destroying many a vacuum cleaner bag just to rescue Lego pieces.
Oh, fuck no, it's gone.
At least they make a very distinctive sound when they get sucked up by a vacuum cleaner, so you know when they're in there.
Yeah. Who's messing around with vacuum bags these days? Get yourself a Dyson.
Oh, I think it was someone referring to their childhood, yeah.
Yeah, right.
And sorry for just referring to you as a someone, whoever it was. And hello, Lazarus. Thank you for popping back in. Everyone said hi to you earlier, but you must have popped in and then popped out.
Lazarus.
I missed this comment from Streetwise before. What are comics but retelling? They will find some way for him to just fall in out of the woods. Is that referring to Wolverine Street?
Yeah. Yes. It's evergreen. They just keep rebooting, even in the comic books. Yeah, they show his death, and then next minute they're rebooting X-Men, and he's back alive again. You know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, well, I've still got to do that. I watched the Spider-Man Far From Home, but I still haven't seen that the last one with the big purple dude in it. Crikey, Thanos. Jesus, mental blank then I had.
Yeah.
And people say, you probably shouldn't watch Far From Home before you've seen the last, whatever it was called. But it still made sense to me. I knew that people had died. And they only made references to, Spider-Man was a little bit sad that Tony was dead, etc. Spoiler alert, late.
Yeah. Yeah, you can watch them out of sequence. That's how it always went with when you read comic books. You'd always miss a few issues in a story arc and have to go back and find them at a comic shop somewhere far from home on a mission up to the city and get the bits that you missed out on and read it and, fill in the gaps.
Well, I was put onto a site. Originally, I was given a wrong URL, and there's a very dodgy one out there. But I have been reading on readcomicsonline.ru. The .ru, might be a little bit sus, but there's no pop-up ads or anything like the other one I was on that was very sus.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth, good clear comics. Like I said, I'm not 100% certain it's entirely legal reading someone's intellectual property for free. But, yeah, I can't. I was looking up on Amazon the prices of the Darth Vader comics just to get the, like every few episodes or issues, they put it out into a compilation, a compendium.
Yeah.
And it's like $60 for 7 or 8 episodes of the comic book.
Yep.
Yeah, Spider-Man's Choice, Lazarus. And Tom, what's his name? What is his name that does it? He's a good Spider-Man.
Yeah, he does play it well.
And Tintin comics, yes, read all of those as a kid. Hello, Angry Al. And Chewy. G'day, Chewy. I like both of them. It's funny you should mention Neil Gaiman, Chewy, because we spent a little bit of time earlier in the piece talking about American Gods, which was a Neil Gaiman book. And I like my Todd McFarlane stuff, Chewy. I know you know that. What was the other Neil Gaiman one? Good Omens. Good Omens, definitely worth a watch as well if you like your Neil Gaiman stuff. Streetwise. Strip. Streetwise says the saddest thing for superhero movies for me is that we did not get a 4th Nolan Batman movie.
Yeah.
JGL taking over the Batman role. What's JGL?
JGL.
As a director instead of Christopher Nolan.
I guess so. Oh, bloody, like Ben Affleck taking over as well. But JGL must be the director. But that Superman versus Batman thing, that was dodge.
Those fight scenes in that movie were appalling.
Yeah.
They were so poorly choreographed.
What do you expect of Ben Affleck, though? Jeez.
Yeah, it was so robotic. Oh, Joseph Gordon, love it.
Right.
What did I see him in the other day? Is he Batman now, or is he directing them or something? Ah, he plays Robin, does he? I've not seen this one. What is that one in?
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Is that coming up, perhaps? Oh yeah, what was going on when I woke up this morning? Danny Ken was at a band rehearsal, but I didn't make it up to where the band actually started playing. Was his brother's band good? Oh, pardon me. Dark Knight Rises. Is that out? Should we have seen it yet?
Maybe it was just that forgettable.
I don't play the favourite game, Lazarus. I'm a parent, so when you're a parent, you learn that the favourite game is very dangerous to play. But I love Festos. They're probably my favourite. Such a hypocrite.
Don't play favourites. Favourite. Nah.
You know, we try and not only dish out information here, but life lessons as well. Well, we're going to have to Google Dark Knight Rises. The last Batman movie I can remember with Robin in it was that Batman and Robin, I think, unless there was one after that with that young pretty boy. What was his name? Christopher, maybe. I can't remember. Biggest fish I've ever kept. Well, I've kept some big plecos that have gotten pretty big and some big eel tail catfish, about 16, 17 inches long. Oh, sorry, you're a young fella. 40 odd centimeters long. And big jags. Had big jags in the past. And Dark Knight Rises, I don't think it's ringing bells for either of us, is it, Beast?
I'm just looking it up now. It's the one with Bane in it, which was an awesome performance by Tom Hardy. But apparently Joseph Gordon-Levitt was a character called John Blake. But I guess he was that forgettable that we've just forgotten it. Because I've definitely seen the one with Bane.
Wasn't he the second or third Robin in the series of people that played Robin?
Oh, potentially, yeah.
Because I believe isn't there a show coming out that tells Dick Grayson's story? Because he retires from being Robin and something to do with the Titans and then becomes Nightwing.
I'm so not into DC comics. Like, I make an exception for Batman, but DC and me just don't get along with DC at all.
I don't play favourites. If it's fun, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Right. So he wasn't decidedly Robin. But yeah, someone tell me, the big black shark wasn't mine, GRB. That was my son, Nug. He owned the black shark. But yeah, someone let us know if you do know what the story is coming out about Robin's.
Well, there's Batman 4 is due to come out soon, so I think he's going to be in that. But who plays Batman? I don't know. Batman
Hopefully
4.
Not Ben Affleck. Please no.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what's his name, Henry Cavill, does a great Superman. But Ben Affleck certainly. I think Val Kilmer was a better Batman than Ben Affleck was.
Yeah.
I think Michael Keaton was a better Batman.
Did you hear about the shenanigans with I think it was the Justice League movie, what Henry Cavill did?
Nah.
He wouldn't shave his mustache off, so they had to shittily edit the mustache away in every frame.
Wow.
And so there's a few frames that look just dodgy as, where it looks just terrible. But yeah, fucking classic cunt. And then
That's
after the movie, he shaved it off.
That's just BDE, isn't it? He's slinging around his BDE.
Big dick energy.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that one either. Because I don't make a habit of watching all of the superhero movies. I try and do the Spider-Mans because he's always one of my faves. And now I did g'day Ian Atkins, how are you, Ian? I did some of the TV show of Supergirl, but that just got so tedious because it was just like one of those kids shows where the shit goes down, the team unites, problem solved, episode over, move on. It became one of those shows. Not so much, I mean, there was continuing storylines, but it just seemed to be one of those real episodic, formulaic kind of television programs.
Yeah. So Chewy's saying he knows Lemmy through the Skew Siskin Randy Black contact. Lemmy produced one of their albums. Lemmy was a legend. I've heard a story from a now dead guy. He used to be into music production, and he said that Lemmy grabbed for his sound like a bank of about 20 plus little practice amps and all set them up at different settings and mic'd them up and did all kinds of wild things to get a real broad, buzzy bass sound. It was, hacktivism engineering. It was awesome. It was a cool story.
I would watch that movie, Scott.
Yeah.
Batman wears the Green Lantern ring and puts on the Iron Man suit.
But the ring must choose you.
That's true.
Yeah. One per planet. Highly likely that you're not going to get it. Batman.
Who did it? Wasn't it? Was it Ryan Reynolds that did Green Lantern?
Yep, and then he did Deadpool. Much better.
Yeah, he's certainly more suited to that role. But are they from the same? No, Deadpool's Marvel, isn't he?
Yeah, and
Green Lantern
DC. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good thinking. Fish feeding. I've got to do that today. I've got to do some. Well, I mean, I do fish feeding every day, but today I think I've got to do some prawns or something a bit meatier than pellets today. My last batch of Feste eggs was only about 30 or 40 babies, and they all got eaten off very rapidly.
Okay.
But yeah, the Feste have been dancing around for the last few days, so I'll probably have another pot full of eggs. But I think they've gotten too big to get into the pot properly. So she gets in there and she can lay her eggs, but I think he's a bit too big to be able to jizz in the right spots.
Fish jizz.
The best of all the jizz. Maybe.
Why is the ocean salty?
One sec, I'll be back. Oh, put this away.
Yeah, you're right, Gaffer. Batman doesn't need Iron Man suit. He has his own. Yeah, that's true. He's got his own technology, which is pretty rad. And a little bit more feasible than the Iron Man suit. I mean, sure, the arc reactor's awesome and all, but how's it gonna power flight and energy pulses and all that crap? It doesn't fucking add up. It's bullshit. But, you know, wait and see. Maybe there'll be some energy revolution in the future. That'll be good.
I believe they relied on this little old thing called the suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, true. Good night, Lazarus. In case
he's on a run.
He's on the run.
On the run. Crikey, he's like 14 years old. Who can he be running from? Bullies?
The insomnias.
No, he's an Australian boy. It's the middle of the day.
Is he? Oh, jeez. Fair enough.
He's one of Blake's best mates.
Maybe he just jumped on in his lunch break or something. School. He's only 14.
Yeah, he should be at school.
Or maybe the school's suspended and he's doing online learning.
I know my kid's got a study day today, but he's in year 12.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Why is the ocean salty? Well, I believe whales, when they go at it, dump out a prodigious amount of cock juice of the milky variety, and yes, the ocean is filled with seminal activity.
What's that other stuff they get from whales that they put in cosmetics and stuff?
Ambergris.
That's it, yeah, ambergris. It's like some
ambergris.
Some
French.
Stomachy thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's waxy, a waxy substance that's a combination of their bile that they spew up. Yeah, very valuable stuff. But it's not necessarily for the smell of it. It's because it's a fixative and makes smells last longer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Fixatives, or mordants, as they're known in color technology with dyeing, are very, usually highly toxic. So having a natural mordant is very valuable.
What about the ones that wear Slayer shirts, Chewy? We've gone with a theme today of heavy metal shirts. I used to have like 3 or 4 Iron Maiden shirts, and I have none anymore.
Oh, who stole them? What did they wear out?
I think my mum didn't like the designs, so she threw them away.
That's why you got to get just the words. The words, is, nothing to argue with then.
What I probably should have learnt to do was my own laundry at a much earlier age.
That'll help. Yep.
Sometimes necessity.
Georgie, any opinions on herb vapes, dry herb vaporizers? They're okay, but you've got to work your supply so that your buds are not totally dry. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. You've got to have a slightly bit of moisture to your green material. So that's the only problem I know of them.
I got a bit of White Witch in that status at the moment. Not entirely dry, a little bit damp. Is he referring to the ones like the little glass ball ones where you pop a little bit in the middle? Or
you can get handheld stick ones now.
Yeah, right.
Like Snoop Dogg has his G pen that he makes, that he sells a lot of.
And you just pop a little nuggie in it. And
Yeah.
G'day, Balls. How are you, mate? Welcome.
Aqua Balls.
Yeah, because I think the only time I've vaped any pot was in one of those little, like a little crystal ball looking thing.
Was it good?
It was okay, but I still had the same problem that I have with, like, on the multiple times that I've tried your vape pen or whatever. I get this super weird sensation in the back of my throat, which is
Yeah.
odd because I just tickled the shit out of my throat by sucking on that cigarette. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's something that I've got to accustom myself to. Ew, what is that? G'day, Rockford. Long time no see, mate. Yeah, Volcano, that was it. Joel G.
Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to, or a pen?
Yeah. Yeah. He knows what he's talking about. The volcano. I believe there's a volcano that fills up a big bag of vapor, and then you can take it as you want it.
Yeah, I've seen
pretty
that.
cool. Yeah.
Very interesting concept. I suppose when they started making that style, they probably envisaged people walking all around the joint with plastic bags sucking out of them.
Good luck.
Yeah, I think chroming ruined plastic bags for everyone, didn't they?
Yeah, that's disgusting shit. Jeez.
The Massey Report. Hello, the Massey Report. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it might be the first time I've read that name. I apologise if you've been here before, but if it is your first time here, welcome. Welcome to Wafty Nonsense with Blacky and the Beast.
But does he going to report us?
Does he get around town just carting the bag around, or is it like just fill the bag up and have it there ready to go? I'm intrigued by that method.
Yeah, I think it's just more of a home use thing. You wouldn't want to take it mobile with you. But there's a method to get one of these guys with a tank. You steep your greens in the vegetable glycerin for about 3 months and give it a stir every couple of weeks, and all the good stuff goes into the juice, and then you filter it and pop it in your vape, and off you go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That seems like a reasonably long-term project to get you there.
It is, but the payoff is that you can be out anywhere and have a toot, and no one knows the better. Especially if you had some flavoring concentrates, like a bit of pineapple or peach or whatever, and
just to mask the stink a little bit.
Yep.
Gotcha, Rhett. Right. Yes. Now I see people saying hi to Rhett.
Hey, Rhett.
Ro's husband. You remember Ro?
I do. I remember Ro talking to us.
So what else has been going on? Any more business trips, or has that taken another backseat with the recent shenanigans?
Yep, total backseat. I think we're going to try and do a New England run out west. Can't go over the border to Queensland, so that cuts out that edge of it. But just head south and avoid the shit out of Sydney and get back home safe. It might take us a few days, but yeah, we'll get out there.
You see they're even cracking down on people flying from Canberra because the word got out that you could drive from Sydney to Canberra and catch planes from Canberra and not get into trouble at the other end of the airport. So lots of people were doing that.
Yep.
And then they started cracking down on that as well. So it wasn't such a good way to go.
Yeah. My cousin, him and his wife live in Melbourne. They got 2 kids. One's a toddler. They bailed on Melbourne and went up to Darwin. So they're in 2 weeks quarantine. And my aunt, who was whinging about the food, like they tried to give a toddler a sandwich, a chicken pesto sandwich. And she's like, no, we just need a banana and some plain Wheat Bix and cereal, and that'll do us. And they're like, oh, but this is really good food. And she's like, no. You don't understand toddlers. They won't eat that shit. Yeah. Bit of a
Keep
dodgy
it in.
situation.
Mm.
Canberra to anywhere, Joel G. Or to Queensland, or to Darwin, or to Tasmania, or Western Australia. You know, they were using Canberra as a loophole to escape
Yeah, well, I was
the
hearing
danger zone.
more about flights into Coolangatta or Brisbane or Perth as well, were the ones that I was informed of. That people were wasting their time now if they were trying to do that, because they were getting very strict on checking where people were actually from.
Yeah. Joel G, are you in the city in Auckland, or are you out in the suburbs? Just living in the country, I'm kind of glad that they've blockaded Melbourne, but they should blockade Sydney as well. No suburbs. So you're stuck, I guess. Well, yeah. Living in a city suburbs, I think, you run the risk of things like this. I've been telling my friends for years to get out of the city, and it fucking happened.
Yes, it's certainly an eye opener for humanity. Having all of these people crammed into buildings on top of one another, or breathing the same recycled air. Righto, Dragonlair. Take care. Don't break
See you, buddy.
Anti-Aucklander racism is at an all-time high.
I can imagine.
Humans are a fickle mob. GRB asking if there's any more news on vape juice bans.
We've got until the 1st of January to kick him in the nuts.
To write a letter to your local member, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, write emails about every separate issue about it and make a phone call to everyone. So I think the government has about 40 elected members. So there's 40 phone calls to make. If everyone smashes 40 phone calls, we just shut them down for a week. They'll fucking kick it in the nuts.
G'day, Jesse. How are you, mate? They nearly looked like the same can.
Yeah, almost.
If I squint.
I'll swap you one. No. Not bloody likely. Oh.
Yeah, I'm doing the Woodstock.
Yep. Nice. I'm back in a sec.
Went to the drive-through to pick up a 4-pack, but 4 just wouldn't cut it, so I got 5. Oh, are you now, Jesse? Wow. How interesting. I might have to jump over here for a sec. What are you drinking, Jesse? That'll take too long to do that. Let me type. Whoops, I've got 2 keyboards. Use the right one, Michael. That guy. Where am I? Back over there. The Coors Light. Yeah, it seems to be a can themed type of day. I think it was last week. Last week I had about 4 crosswords in a row that had Coors in it. Brewery based in such and such. Just chucking that in there. Just in case. Wow, is it just me or did it just get like 3 degrees warmer? Oh. Probably a little something to do with that.
I just touched my phone and went, oh shit, it's definitely 3 degrees warmer. It's probably about fucking 10 degrees warmer than it should be.
Yeah. I always found that when I was doing a bit of streamyarding with the telephone that, they'd roast. I'd be frightened to get up sometimes just in case it exploded.
Yeah, right. Fuck, I better be careful. Hello.
Hey,
Yes.
I had a
No,
feeling he was going to send me a message.
How you doing?
I was a beast.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
I hardly checked that Facebook account. You got to message my other one.
What's your other one? That's the only one I've got you on, I think.
AC Aqua.
Ah,
He messaged me on my
your
Jesse one.
birthday. I will.
I was like, I think he's gonna send me something, so I might check that one.
Good stuff.
Well, I was supposed to have a third person on the panel today, but she backed out at the last minute.
Who?
Who? I didn't say who.
Oh,
Trying
secret.
to squeeze me for the info, Jesse.
How you been doing?
Yeah, I've been doing really well, man. I had a
Right on.
couple of rough days over the weekend, but I think I'm past that.
Nice.
Migraines and really, really dodgy guts. But yeah, I was a sensible boy today, and I, pardon me, ate a chicken and salad roll before I started putting beverages in my belly.
I haven't eaten all day. I just had like a freaking veggie shake. Starving. And beer.
Oh,
Nice.
I've had this can of Spam sitting in my fridge for ages.
In your fridge?
Yeah.
Oh, it was opened already?
No, it wasn't opened already.
You don't have to refrigerate. They last forever.
Yeah, they do. But it's my most convenient food storage for foodstuffs is my refrigerator. I don't have a pantry or anything out here, so
Interesting. I've
just
never
fridge.
done that.
And I just had this overwhelming hankering last night for a bit of Spam, so I cracked it open and yeah, started eating it with a spoon out of the can. I didn't finish it though. It's funny how some foodstuffs you get an indelible hankering for, and then after a couple of little tastes, that hankering tends to disappear quite rapidly.
If you want to be extra special, you want to like make a little mix of soy sauce and add some sugar in it, and then like cut the Spam into slices, like thin slices, and then dip it in that sauce, and then fry it on the frying pan. That's how we do it over here.
Okay.
Well, I do definitely have to find a way to use the rest of the can. So that sounds like a good way to do it. What did you say? Soy sauce and sugar.
That's it. Yeah. Over some white rice.
I've got sweet soy sauce, so that'd be like an all-in-one, wouldn't it?
Perhaps. Yeah. Yeah.
Just ketchup mayonnaise.
Ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yeah.
That's always good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've been craving salt or something. Maybe I haven't been eating enough salt, because even my can of Spam last night, after my first mouthful, I had to go and get the salt shaker and add salt to it.
Right.
And my chicken roll I got earlier today, I went to town on the salt on that thing, and it just tasted normal.
Salt is important. If I don't have enough salt, I start cramping up.
Yeah.
I need salt.
Yeah.
Well, I did start to wonder whether that was where my migraine might have come from. Maybe I had a deficiency in salt. Hi, Priscilla. Welcome.
Oh, I'm not watching chat. You pop that out.
I'd like to hear that joke develop, Priscilla. I need a punchline. I need closure on that kind of comedy. You can do it. Come on. 4,687 years shelf life on Spam. I'd believe it.
Blacky, you could always go to the ocean and drink some of that sweet, sweet ocean water.
Speaking of drinking salty water, I was up at Sarah's house maybe just over a week ago, or just under a week ago, and she's got a trailer in one of her yards, which has been converted into a chook pen, but it hasn't been completed or finished.
What's a chook?
Chicken coop. Sorry.
Okay.
So we were tinkering around with that to try and work out, because she wants to get some chooks going at her house.
Nice.
We were tinkering around with that to see if it was worth finishing the build on that trailer, or just buying a prefab kit that's ready to go. And we ended up deciding that that's the way to go. Just go and spend $250 and you've got a ready-made chook pen, instead of spending probably the same amount of money and a lot of time trying to finish off this trailer. But anyway, it was a reasonably warm day when we were doing that. But then after doing that, being quite hot and sweaty and stuff, I decided to jump into the swimming pool. And I mean, people have seen me jump into that pool in winter before on the live streams. This time, I think the water was 10 degrees colder, and as soon as I jumped into the pool, my whole body just seized up and I sucked in a whole bunch of water.
Oh, shit.
And, oh, man, I couldn't get out of there quick enough. It froze me instantly. But, yeah, definitely took on some salt water there. Luckily, it went into my stomach and not into my lungs, because it just was, that feeling where you just...
Wait, it's a saltwater pool?
Yeah. Well,
nice.
it's supposed to be, but...
That's fancy.
Her current pool guy is a bit of a dickhead, and I don't think he understands how catalytic converters work.
I don't know how it works either.
Well, the salt is sodium chloride. So with an electrode, the sodium chloride, the salt in the pool gets converted into chlorine.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so
then you're left with sodium.
Yeah, so you don't get the chlorine taste in your pool, you get the salty taste instead.
Yeah.
But it still does the same sort of work.
Could I do that for my blow up? You ever see my blow up pool? It's like a small 8-foot pool. Can't do that there.
No.
Okay.
No. and it costs a lot more.
What the salt costs? Well, the whole setup, right? Like,
well, the setup costs a lot, and then the running of the electrode into the salt water costs a lot, because you're running electricity all the time to create your own chlorine. But if you don't want to handle chlorine all the time, it's heaps easier dumping 10 kilos or 20 kilos of salt in every couple of weeks.
Well, it's dumping. I think it does. It saves you money on chlorine, because you pay $50 for maybe 20 kilos of chlorine.
Yeah.
Chlorine's not cheap either.
No.
Yeah, I think salt is considerably cheaper than chlorine, but like you say, you are constantly running electricity into that catalytic converter.
Yeah.
But then again, the filtration system should really only be on for 8 to 10 hours a day, or only needs to be, I guess.
Yeah.
And your catalytic converter only needs to turn on when the filtration is running.
Yeah.
So in the long run, I think running a salt pool works out cheaper. But yeah, like you say, there's certainly a bit of
initial setup
hardware at the start.
Yeah. And eventually it breaks down. Like, give it 8 years, like our one did. It needs replacing, and just can't afford it at the moment. So we've got a just a quick bypass pump on, and we're putting chlorine in it, and the water looks great. It's really good.
Yeah, well, I think that's what Sarah's pool guy. He's just bypassed the catalytic converter, and when he comes, he just pours chlorine in.
I got a barfing child. I'll be back.
No worries, man.
C23, a kilo is a unit of measurement used by DEA agents in the US. I think it's the only metric measurement that Americans use, and it's used by DEA agents. But I do
and coke dealers.
Yeah.
The big bricks of cocaine, that's a kilo. 1,000 grams. And an ounce is 28.4 grams. So I don't know how many grams a pound is. Do you remember that one, Michael?
16 times 28.4.
All right, there you go. We got the maths.
I'm wondering if my calculator button works on my keyboard. Oh, look, it brings up my calculator. What did we say? 28.4 multiplied by 16. 454.4 grams in a pound. I probably could. I mean, we generally say 500 grams is a pound. We do like to round up.
Mm.
Yeah, GRB's on the same track as what I was thinking. Yeah, about 2.13-ish, give or take. What the heck is Katina eats kilos? Oh, that's not that little blonde chick that eats massive meals and stuff, is it? I think I had a suggested video popped up the other day of this little blonde-looking girl that had a massive plate full of steak in front of her or something. Not sure if it's the same one or not.
Kilo of steak, jeez. That'll put the food coma in you.
It will. It's worth a shot, though. We don't seem to have those kind of eatery places like they have all over the States, where they have those challenges where if you complete the challenge, you get it for free, and you get a shirt and a picture on the wall or something like that.
Oh, they exist, man. You just got to travel. If you travel, like at Kenilworth, they've got to eat a kilo donut, and you get your name on the wall.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, fucking kilo, huge donut. Messy as, man. I just, nah, never doing that. Not putting my body through it.
I struggle with one donut. It makes my guts feel pink.
Yeah. Good yeasty donuts. They're just, you don't want to eat a kilo one. You want to eat a regular size one.
Yeah, nothing like a good food challenge to highlight where the human race sits right now.
Copious amounts of kilojoules everywhere you go.
Yeah, I think that must have been her Clarence that popped up the other day. And how many bloody fishing channels are there now on YouTube hosted by girls, attractive young ladies wearing very little at all, fishing on YouTube? Those things are huge right now. they keep popping up in my suggested videos for some reason too. Maybe I might have watched one or two.
Wearing a bikini, I'm sure. Or at least
Yeah,
tits out.
well, I don't know even if you could call it a bikini, but most of them have some tiny fragments of fabric across their private areas.
Yeah, right. Free the nipple.
But you know, if there's a market to be used, abused, why not? If you've got the goods, go for it.
Butt floss. Nice one, man. Butt floss.
Was she the one that Catch 'em All? What's his name? Zach Catch'em. She did a couple of videos with him, and then all of a sudden she was super famous. Or was that? No, that's Darshell. Darshell Stevens, maybe. It's been a while. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff. What about this? What's the Instagram one that they've started to do to try and compete with TikTok?
Fucking TikTok. Jeez.
You know, there's all this talk of TikTok being banned all over the world because it's Chinese owned.
Yeah.
And Instagram they've added a new feature where you can do your short videos and whatnot.
So Zoom though. Zoom's Chinese owned as well. I've got a friend who's in business and he reckons like within a week of him talking about business ideas, he goes and searches for them and somebody in China's patented the idea already. Like they're pilfering. Yeah, they're pilfering.
Oh, man.
Dragnet. It's like they're trolling the internet.
Really?
Like they do with phishing.
I hold all of my business meetings on Zoom. That's a concern.
Careful, man. Yeah, be careful. Hey, don't talk about any up and coming ideas. It's just it's going to get pilfered.
That's weird. Okay. Well, that's what my university is supporting as our main line of communication. So, and there's all kind of research data discussion.
Yeah, it's dodgy.
There. Man.
Yeah.
They would have been all their spies must have been so busy when all of a sudden everything around the world was beginning to use Zoom. They would have had teams of thousands of people watching.
Not really
meaningless broadcasts.
No. You get a bot that listens for novel or unique combinations of words, and then it auto triggers keywords. And as long as it hasn't been something that's already been established, as soon as someone says new things, it switches on and rewinds half an hour back and gets the whole thing. And then the bot will transcribe it into Chinese. And yeah, there you go.
That's crazy. I heard we're getting so our university has we have a security team that always monitors all the lines of communication. And we're constantly being bombarded by places in China trying to hack our systems. And it's funny that my university chose Zoom as our primary means of communication for these meetings, knowing that because, I mean, if that's the case, then they're probably listening in on all of our meetings, which that's a concern.
Yeah.
Hello, Bendigo Balaclava. How are you, Cooker? Welcome.
Yeah, there's a series called oh fuck, I can't remember now. But anyway, they have this Chinese character in the show. It's all about setting up a social network, and the Chinese character is just Silicon Valley. That's it, yeah. But the Chinese character is just a bastard. He will listen in and take any idea and then copyright it in Chinese and make his own dodgy version, just on anything that comes up. It's just such a prick.
I'm trying to remember that dude's name because he was on he's been in a few different things. He was on Joe Rogan maybe recently,
Right.
maybe a month or so ago. Yeah, he's an interesting cat.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a stand-up comedian as well, which I guess a lot of stand-up comics go into acting also. He's had a few good roles. His name escapes me though. I'm probably going to sound like a racist, but I have a strange feeling his last name is Lee.
It's very common.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not just restricted to one Asian nationality as well. It's a big name in Korea. It's a big name in China.
Yeah, different
Not-
spelling though.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So what else has been going on in your world, Jesse, besides your hair growing out? Don't know if I've seen you with such long hair.
Oh, well, so I just like got in tune with this new company, ourfishcollective.com, and it's more like it's kind of like Get Gills in a way where like breeders can sell their fish, but it's a little bit more community based. The feel is different, so I got hooked up with them, so I started posting on their site.
Did you say power fish?
It's called ourfishcollective.com. I don't know if you know who Guppy Guru is, but he's like he's the brainchild of that's his brainchild. I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was on Joseph's stream the other day or something. Yeah, and they were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just started to post on his site.
If you want a really thorough insight into Australian lifestyle, there's a YouTube channel done by a guy called Willem Powerfish.
What's he about?
He does a lot of fishing videos and good fun stuff, pranking and swearing, but really thorough insight into Australian life. Are you familiar with him, Beast?
No, can't say I am.
No, Willem Powerfish. I'll try and find a link if GRB's not already on it. No, GRB.
I just saw that other one, the Australian Biotope something, just posted earlier today.
Oh yeah, the one about. What was it?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know what it's about. But I did see the notification come out. But I was at work, so I couldn't click on it.
Yeah, I can't quite remember exactly where that one is, but I think he's a little bit north of me, like just up in Brisbane or something. I could be wrong though.
You're northern too? Are you a northern Australian?
Yes, I'm very close to the most easterly point of mainland Australia.
Okay.
So yeah, as the side of Australia goes out into a triangular kind of point, I'm right on that end bit. So's Beast.
So have you ever gone like wild fish collecting or hunting?
Only
Yeah.
only creeks around here.
Yeah, find a few rainbows.
What kind?
Blue eyes up in the dam.
Nice.
And
So the
cool.
Pseudomugos, the small ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
there's-
got the crimson spotteds as well are local to this area.
Yeah, and there's a whole heap of gambusia everywhere that got imported from
Oh yeah, I
Mexico.
hear too. I hate those. Yeah.
Yeah. They're bastards.
I actually caught some just to like keep them and just like okay, I caught this. I'll put them in a tank and they jumped out. So
Right.
I don't know. It's like okay, you're dead.
I cohabitated a fighter, like a betta, with a bunch of gambusias,
Uh-huh.
and the betta was like biting the the female gambusiers, and they gave they fought back, and eventually this betta he just calmed the fuck down and stopped attacking things.
Jeez, this sounds like a war. Okay.
Yeah, but then I put the gambusier in a tank with like guppies. I mean, the betta in a tank with guppies, and he didn't go the guppies either. He'd learned his lesson, and it was like, you can really train a betta to not be an asshole. They're smart. Then fish aren't dumb.
Gambusia training.
Yeah, gambusiers, bullies. Such bullies. And they eat their own babies, which is a bit shitty too.
That's surprising, given how many there are in those streams.
Yeah.
Yes, plenty of them to support their own baby eating habits.
They've taken over the world. They're here. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they got transported everywhere.
Mm-hmm. They were like purposely transported here to
for mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible that they did that. Like, that's not a good idea.
No,
I think it was back in the 60s and 70s when they thought that was a great idea.
Yeah, they could have force bred a bunch of local fish and just released them.
That and the cane toads.
Fucking cane toads, man. It's so dumb.
Yes.
So dumb.
See you
and
soon.
mongoose.
Thanks for hanging out, mate.
See you thirsty. On the weekend, I was talking to a friend and I said, God damn, I've heard all these stories about the fireflies. I wish I could see one. And my friend said, turn around, look over there. And there was a firefly trapped in a spider's web. So I rescued it from the spider and hung onto it for about half an hour. But I was so impressed with how bright it was. It's like, why isn't there freshwater bioluminescent fish? You know, that would be
cool.
That would be so cool. And
that would be cool, yeah.
I'm all for gene editing, and I reckon that force breeding fireflies, you could definitely sell boxfuls of 100 fireflies for top dollar if you could breed enough of them. So.
You've got all those other creatures around on the planet that eat other animals and absorb characteristics of that animal, be it a toxin or something like that. Maybe if we force-fed certain fish firefly abdomens, maybe
you can get a result.
It's potential.
I think might be a
little cheaper than gene editing.
Yeah, a CRISPR kit goes for about $500 these days.
Oh, real?
Yeah, but identifying a gene and splicing it into something new, that's the difficult part.
That's the time-consuming section of the experiment.
Yeah. But yeah, viral editing. I thought, man, the green is so vibrant. And I know with lasers, green lasers are the most vibrant laser. So I can see why the fireflies have that green and yellow glow. But God, imagine breeding a blue firefly or a red firefly. You know, it would just be amazing fun.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, give them an environment where they thrive and don't get predated on and are very happy, temperature controlled, so they're breeding all year round. Could be fun. Sell people ticket entry prices into the dome with the fireflies. Yeah.
I don't think many people realise that we actually have them down here.
Yeah. You got to get into the hills. That's where they're all at, near the forest.
Are they harmful to the ecosystem in any way?
No? Not that I know of, no. If anything, they're really supportive.
Would they live in a tropical environment, like Hawaii?
We're in a subtropical environment right now, so...
It's a little colder then?
Yeah, it gets cold here. It doesn't get freezing.
Do they need that cold? Do they require that?
I've got no idea, no. But when you're in more warmer and more humid environments, there's more chance of bacterial and fungal infections. Yeah, so...
That would be it.
And their larval stages might be a little bit more susceptible to diseases.
I mean, not that I'm suggesting introducing it to here,
Oh man,
Just-
they should
They're
be
not
everywhere.
here yet.
They're so beautiful. They should be everywhere. You know, they're gorgeous critters. And as Dr. Black was saying, I'm sure fish would just go the shit out of them. A big glowing butt, like what a good lure. Eat me.
I'm looking at a picture of one now, and part of me thinks they might be related to other animals that use formic acid as a defense. So potentially they might not be very tasty.
Right.
Oh. Do their larval stages also glow?
Some of them do, I believe.
Glowworms?
Glowworms are one. That's a different species, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I have seen
the same family, but yeah, different species.
I have seen a grub, like a larval stage firefly, once in a ditch by the side of the road on the way to my friend's place. And if I looked directly at it, I couldn't see it. But if I looked away and used my peripheral vision, I could see it glowing. So I was struggling to find it without looking directly at it. And I just couldn't do it. I was a bit stoned at the time. Yeah.
Might be the stone.
Yeah. I think it's just the blind spot that we all have from looking at bright lights in the middle of our eyes. You know, it just doesn't work that well. All that unnatural light.
Chevy Fish says yes, the larvae do glow.
Yeah. Nice one, Chevy.
Yeah, that would probably be some pretty good fishing bait then, I think.
Yeah. The poor one I found was covered in spider webs, and I tried meticulously with fingernails trying to get the web off it to release it, but nah. I needed tweezers, and I didn't have the tools on hand, so
you just ripped the body apart.
No, I didn't do that. I just chucked it. I
I'm
gave
trying to
up on
save
it.
you, but I'm killing you.
Yeah, no, I didn't hurt it. Didn't want to hurt it. Didn't hurt it. But yeah, I just let it go. But I should have hung on to it, seen how long it would live, wrapped in silk. It's pretty easy to handle and couldn't fly away. But it's still doing its nice pulses and light show, which was cool.
I got me a bluey.
What you got?
Blue tongue. Just
nice.
Down behind the stand of the 5-foot tank.
Nice.
The closest thing we have here is the bioluminescent microorganisms that we have in the ocean here. So I used to be like a canoe paddler, and sometimes we practice at night, and then when every time you take a stroke of your paddle, you just see it glowing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Firefly light may also serve as a defense mechanism that flashes a clear warning of the insect's unappetizing taste.
Okay. If you hold the firefly in your closed hand for a bit, you can smell a yucky smell they have. That would be the formic acid.
Yeah. Oh, I better just shut my bedroom door so Bluey doesn't go in there when he comes past.
Is Chewy saying that people eat lionfish now?
I can imagine. Yeah.
I would think they're like kind of like fugu, where they're like poisonous and you have to like serve it just right or people die. No?
Yeah. You wouldn't get much meat off a lionfish. Like the fillet on the flanks would be just,
But it's that
tiny
little tingle on the tongue that like entice people. Like, oh yeah, I could die, but this is pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a fish in the Mediterranean that's hallucinogenic too when you eat it.
Oh really?
It's like magic mushrooms, but it's really rare. So
I hate magic mushrooms. Oh god. Never again.
Never again. No. Bad times.
Oh yeah. Some good times, and then that one bad time was like, okay, that's it.
Yeah, I'm out. Fuck it.
Not worth it. Dingo Balaklava loves cigars too. Nice, cool.
You guys just talking about eating of the lionfish?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is because I heard something about that the other day, but I just wonder if it's not some kind of propaganda-y thing because they're in plague proportions everywhere. A method to kind of encourage people to eat them because they're everywhere now. And maybe
Chewy was saying that they're not as venomous. Only the spines are venomous on the lionfish, so they're probably safer.
Yeah, for sure.
If they are marketed correctly or well, and people fear the potential for risk, then doesn't that make them more entertaining to eat?
Sure does.
So potentially they build up all this hype of this super dangerous fish to eat that's everywhere, but still
a little safer.
Yeah, it's probably just a marketing ploy by Big Lionfish. That company that runs all of the lionfish activities.
Oh, if you can get them out of the ocean for any reason, that's a good thing. I definitely give it a try.
I wonder if they're normally served raw or cooked. Probably raw, right? Would be.
I'm a sushi fanatic. I'd eat it raw,
right?
Cooked, whatever. Yeah.
I would think so.
Go.
Yeah.
And yeah, they said about fireflies too in the National Geographic article that I've got that they like the warm areas, Jesse.
Oh, okay.
Humidity they like, and if it's not a humid area, then they'll be found around waterways and stuff. And they're also one of those creatures that spends most of their life as teenagers and very little time as adults.
Yeah.
Do teenagers fly?
No, I don't think so.
That's your last stage of larval stage before they go to imago, the adult bug.
Wait, I'm confused.
They crawl around when they're larval. Like when
they're sneaking out.
Hello.
No, that's a shoot.
Oh.
He'll come from. I can't point. He'll come from close to my elbow if he's still coming out. I shouldn't have looked around the corner. I just scared him back behind the cabinet. I should just pick him up.
Oh, Streetwise says he can bring lionfish for credit at the restaurants.
Nice.
That's cool. There's lionfish here. I've seen them diving. I've seen like baby ones and a little bit bigger ones, so I know they're here. They're not taking over or anything. Just a few.
Yeah, why didn't they get on the bandwagon of the crown of thorns starfish? Convincing
starfish. Ugh.
Convince everyone that they're super tasty and that by eating them you could save the reef.
Nah. Mince them up and turn them into farmed fish food, I guess. That'd be the best use of them. Pulp them.
Oh, we don't have those.
You don't hear much about them anymore, do you? Maybe they got them under control.
Are they good eating?
Oh, I wouldn't imagine so.
Nah.
How about the egg roll, like uni?
Oh, yeah, the urchins.
So you won't get something like that out of them?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Oh, not out of the starfish. No, they don't have a hard shell.
Oh, yeah.
They're related. Yeah, they don't have the hard shell.
They don't have the egg rolls.
Yeah. But maybe if you cut a crown of thorns up, they might have a bit of roe inside. Maybe if
too
they're
small.
female. Yeah, it's probably too small.
Yeah.
Not worth the hassle.
It's all just marketing.
Maori, yeah, it is marketing. I had a Maori friend, and she used to say over in New Zealand, getting uni off the beach and just cracking them open and slurping out the guts was just one of the most favourite things. Just ocean fresh.
And then you tried it?
No, I've never been to New Zealand. No.
We have them here.
I've had it on sushi once, and that was quite delicious. But it was all prepared, the right thing to eat, not just the whole of the insides. So yeah, if it's done good. Also had red snapper that night, Thai. That was some good sushi. Yeah, very nice.
That's one fish that goes good whether it's cooked or raw.
The snapper, red snapper. Yeah. If it's fresh, man, smash a plate of that. Oh, yeah.
Very tasty indeed. So I guess that means I've got my blue tongue back for the summer. I wonder where he went and hid for the last month or so. It's probably been about 6 or 7 weeks since I've seen him around here. Since I chased him that day, scared him off. But he's back. I couldn't have scared him too much.
Over here, we eat a lot of aku, dried aku. What is it? Bluefin tuna.
Oh yeah.
We eat it in dried strips.
Yeah.
Stuff is pretty good with beer.
Yeah, right. I miss when I order agadashi tofu over here. 9 times out of 10, they miss out on the bonito flakes, the dried smoked bonito that they shave.
Yeah, the thin ones. Yeah.
It dances on the top of the tofu with the heat.
I love that with soy sauce.
Yeah, so delicious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's either they miss out on bonito and daikon or both. Daikon's another one that's not heavily farmed in Australia, which is shit. It's delicious pickled.
It's very common here. But yeah, that's the good stuff. You know how to eat.
Yeah.
If we ever come here, we'll have a good time. Yeah, that's stuff we eat all the time.
Yeah, the best place for Japanese in Australia is up in Cairns. Cairns has a huge Japanese and Asian population that's almost permanent up there. We're one of the Japanese spots up there. It's just like you go in through those curtains, and it's like I'm not in Australia anymore. I'm in fucking Japan. This is good. Yeah.
Japanese know how to do food really well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When it's done well, and it's not done cheap, it's done. Yeah, really nice.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, refill.
Thanks for hanging out, Gaffer. We'll see you next time, mate.
See you, bro.
I'm getting too impatient waiting for this blue tongue to come out. Every time I poke my head around, he's just a little bit out and then ducks back in behind the cabinet. Crikey, where are you at, Rockford, that you had such a severe storm that's knocked out your power for so long? Yeah, I was listening to some people talk about the salmon when they started building dams way back when, and they couldn't work out why these fish were all pooling up at the bottom of the dam. And they try and move them to a different river or something, and they just go and die anyway because the salmon are that focused and dedicated to getting back to where they were born. It's very interesting how creatures can do that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's like a GPS that they have, like internal ones. Like, no.
They just know exactly where to go, and if they can't get back to where they have to go, they just die.
Yeah.
And
How
the
happens
coral,
here too.
How'd they get them in Tasmania? Did they bring over eggs and fertilized eggs or something?
I don't know. I was listening to American dudes talk about it in America, that they just didn't understand how salmon worked when they started building dams.
Oh yeah.
It could be that they head upstream any stream, you know. So like maybe if they happen to find a stream that doesn't have a dam, then they'll make it.
I think they're pretty fixated on chemical triggers to be particular. That's why they, and the same thing goes with cicadas. Like, how the fuck does a creature that's separated by years distance in its breeding cycle exist on a limited population without hitting some genetic block? That they're immune to it somehow. It's pretty amazing.
Maybe they're just all clones. Maybe they're alien clones.
There's something good about salmon. I love the shit.
It is very, 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 very edible. And coral as well. How does coral know? One particular species, no matter where it is around the world, all trigger at the same time.
I think it's got to do with the moon.
Yeah, but you could have 7 different species of coral in the same reef, say, and one particular species will spawn at one particular time, and then the next species will spawn an hour later, and then the next species will spawn an hour later. And the theory I heard today was you could take a piece of coral and put it in a bucket under a sink somewhere in the world, and it would spawn at the same time as all the rest of its mates.
Really?
Yeah, body clock. Circadian rhythms. I might have talked about this before, but it rings a bell that these guys in Japan built a really dark room. It was like orders of magnitude darker than anything that had been done before. And they got a camera on human subjects on their faces and recorded the light, really sensitive camera. And around 5:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m., right around when the sun went down, humans emit a pattern of infrared light off their faces that we can trace ourselves back to bioluminescent jellyfish and shit.
Yeah, right. I think I saw that as well.
I did not see that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And pregnant women, they didn't do the study on pregnant women, but I reckon if you recorded a pregnant woman's face and people go, "Oh, you're glowing," they are literally just emitting fucking light off their face.
What does the pattern look like? Like where does it tend to illuminate? The cheeks and the forehead?
All unique, like a Rorschach pattern, not like the guy out of Watchmen. You know how his
look
face
it up.
changed. Yeah. It's like a
ink blot.
Ink blot. That's the word. Yeah. Pretty amazing stuff.
What's a good search term? Bioluminescence human face?
Infrared. Yeah.
Infrared. Okay.
Good luck finding it.
G'day, Holly. How are you, Holly? Welcome aboard.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah, certainly still plenty of science to be done in the animal kingdom to benefit humankind. If anything, just for the sake of learning, let us learn some more stuff.
I have seen how we have a hidden pattern on our skin, kind of like zebras.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Is it infrared that does that, or is it
I think it's a different
Absorption.
technology.
Yeah.
Well, it's like birds' feathers have have all of these patterns in their feathers that are oblivious to our eyes, or our eyes are oblivious to those patterns because we can't pick them up. But bird eyes see so much more in the different spectrums of light that are reflected off their feathers that we don't see.
Hmm.
I think for me, when I drink alcohol, then my patterns show up in red.
Yeah.
That's not infrared; it's alcohol induced.
The Asian glow.
The Asian glow.
I've got
I
a
think I
friend.
have some right now.
Yeah, I have a friend Kai, and even though he's white, like for many generations, he's got a little bit of Chinese, like a quarter in his grandfather, and he gets it too. Drinks a certain amount and just flushes red without the tan skin. Like you got good tan skin, but he's got white skin, and his face just goes totally red. His eyes go bloodshot, all the same color. You know, it's quite a sight. Hi, Holly. Holly
Hey,
Gibbs. Fishy Freaks, yeah.
I think trout's one of those. It's one of those fish that it's a time and a place thing. You know, sometimes it's a bit too strong of a flavour, but there's certain times that call for trout where you want a really good fishy tasting fish. G'day, Pug. How you going? Oh, eels are another good one, Chewy. The eels that all
I've
our
never
fresh-
eaten a freshwater eel, but I've never eaten a saltwater eel. The Kamori
But
eel, they're so
don't
common
all-
here.
Don't all of the freshwater eels travel to a certain part in the ocean to breed, and then all of the babies find their way back to where their parents came from?
I didn't think so. Not for ours.
Not the freshies, no. No. But they can travel overland when it's raining and wet. Like
Yeah.
you get the little elvings going slithering through the grass, and you think there's an alien invasion.
I've been catching these freshwater gobies in our streams. They grow to like 14 inches over here.
Yeah.
And back in the ancient days, they used to eat them as fish because they're kind of easy to catch, but freshwater species. But when they have fry, the fry get washed down into the ocean, so they raise up there until they swim back up.
Cool.
Those are pretty cool.
Well, that's a very seems to be quite a common thing with a lot of freshwater fish, is that the babies will have to spend the first little bit of their life in the salt water before they can be big enough to swim against the flow and get back up into the creeks and rivers that they come from.
Mm-hmm. I guess there's just much more food in the ocean for them. Like,
Yeah.
you can't, and it's hard to reproduce in like an aquarium setting, right? Like, how are you gonna do that? If they have fry, then you have to like put them in salt water and slowly transition them back into fresh.
Yeah.
Like, too much work.
And the baby fish have tiny little eyes, so they can focus on zooplankton and munch up tiny little larval stages of sea creatures. So,
which means I have to raise zooplankton.
Yeah. Good luck with
extra
that.
hobby.
Yeah, jeez. You need to have all the bigger versions to get the zooplankton. And yeah, good luck.
I'm sure people are doing that though.
Yeah, someone out there's got to be doing it.
Yeah, not me, but some people.
No. Big warehouse-sized tropical tank. That'd be the go. What's the best parts of the eel? Is knee and
the fillet across the body.
Yeah.
You can just
And
split them down to half.
And you want it smoked. Smoked eel is delicious.
That sounds nice.
Unagi.
Unagi, yes.
It's a bit harsh on the drawback, but a kick like a mule
Yeah.
when you smoke an eel.
Oh yeah. No, you don't smoke it. Not that way, mister. Nah, bro. You want to eat it.
Yeah, what Cody says about the Sargasso Sea, I think we have eels in Australia that travel out into the ocean and go to the Sargasso Sea to reproduce, or somewhere in the somewhere in Indonesia or something.
Yeah, right.
I could be wrong, but I have a strange feeling that our freshwater eels, they spend the first couple of years of their life growing to a size where they can hit the ocean and then go and breed in their breeding grounds, and then they slowly find their way back to where they came from.
Okay.
GRB, you are the god of links today. GRB smashing the moderator grades.
Everyone should give him the power. He's good at it. Have you ever seen those larval stage eels where they're like undulating? They're like glass looking.
Yeah.
Almost like worms. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of the zooplankton operates on a transparent stealth scale, so that it just adapts to the light conditions of wherever it is in the column of the water, whether up high or down low. So they just appear invisible, and unless you can see the predator outline and the shimmering.
I guess they're pelagic in their, like, what do you call it? Pre-adult stage. Right? They're just free swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's up, Big J?
In the reef.
Elvers, yeah.
What on earth is a garden eel, Joel G?
I like garden eels.
Is that
I'm not sure.
Might be a Kiwiism.
That's not a subtle way of saying you like penis, is it?
Only when he's in the garden.
I like a bit of penis in the garden.
No, okay. So I looked it up. He's talking about the ones that stick up from the sand.
Okay.
Yeah, those are super cool. But then, in order to keep them properly, you need a really deep sand bed. So they're not for everybody, right?
Yeah, you want a super
All right,
tank.
so it's not penis.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. I just had to take the piss for a second.
Hey, we're Australian. We go straight to the gutter.
Yeah, those are super cool.
Like Sharpie used to say, he likes the view up from how far down into the gutter he goes. I think that's what he says. I could have butchered that. Hi, Sharpie, if you're listening. I'll be asleep.
I'm going to go water a tree, guys. I'll be back in a sec.
Water a tree. We like a good euphemism here.
I've got a good mango tree growing out of my compost patch.
Feed that mango tree.
Yeah, I just identified it before a half-dead leaf, cracked it open, crushed it up. Mango terpenes.
Nitrates.
Delicious. Yeah, lovely stuff.
Gotta love those mango terpenes. So what else has been going on, Jesse?
What else?
I still haven't received my cigars.
Do I owe you some?
Yes.
I don't even think I have your address. Send me your address. Of course I'll send you some.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I don't actually believe we've ever discussed cigars. I just saw you smoking on that one and thought,
oh no, yeah.
I'd like a cigar.
You're my cigar friend.
Yeah, well,
I just got some from Rack of River Life, and he sends me the best stuff ever. Like, I sent him like the stuff that I usually buy at my, bargain price of $2 or $3 a cigar, and he sends me like these $15 to $25 ones.
Wow.
And they're so good.
Yeah, he's definitely a connoisseur, isn't
he? He's on the higher end. I'm like, oh, thank you. I won't be sending you those. But I like my stuff. My AC alcohol.
Yeah, well, I think the one of yours that I got from Josh was from Aquamate Josh. It was potentially one of the nicest ones I ever had.
Right, they're good. They're good.
Because I think we're very limited down here as to the quality we receive.
The ones that Rack has been sending me, oh my god, yeah, they're like pure heaven. Glad to have him as a friend.
Yeah,
Sure.
I should have reminded him about my enjoyment of cigars too. The last time he sent me art and stuff.
Yes, you should have.
Potentially could have got one or two shoved in a bag, but you know, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah. I have one of the I like his labels are so nice that I save them. Let me see.
Off the cigars.
Right. Yeah. Is this like wait, show this. It's called Opus X.
Oh wow.
Fuentes. Yeah. This is the good stuff. Arturo Fuente, Opus X.
Yeah, there's probably some legal aspect to it, GRB.
Of what?
With our ability to import tobacco products from other countries, because pardon me, tobacco is so heavily regulated down here.
Well, when I sent it to Josh, they asked there's a questionnaire about like what I'm sending them. I did put cigars on there, so I did disclose them, and the fact that he received them seems like a good sign. That
Well,
it's okay.
what did you send him, 2 or 3 or something? So it's not like a commercial quantity. If you sent him like a full box or something, they
okay.
that might ding some more red flags or whatever, bells.
Well, we should try again someday.
Sure. I mean, we should do the experiment now. Send me an entire box full, and we'll see if they get here.
Play with the limits.
A friend brought back a box of Phillies, thinking he was going to make blunts when he got back to Australia, and just waited too long to use them, and they just ended up dry as fuck. Like they didn't have any humidity, and it was just harsh and horrible. It was so bad.
Is it dry there? Like your air? What is the percentage of humidity?
Mullumbimby has one of the highest precipitation rates annually in Australia, but the problem wasn't that. It was that Phillies are like a ghetto brand, and they're not even a pure leaf on the outside. It's like reconstituted leaf, and it's you know what I'm talking about. It's shit.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Shitty quality, man. Shitty quality. Like, and especially if you're scrapping the whole guts of the thing and just using the outer leaf to make a blunt. It was just disgusting, you know.
Yeah, because over here, like, I have a humidor, but I don't really need to use it because they advise like 70%, but it's always 70% or more in our natural air anyway, so I don't even need it. I could just store it right next to me. It's okay.
Yeah. Hey, Daniken.
Hey, Daniken.
Hey, Kenny.
Where are you in the world right now?
He seems to have been all over the place lately, isn't he?
Yeah, he's traveling the U.S. Everywhere but here.
I missed your I did see the start of your brother's jam session this morning, Kenny, but I didn't sit it out because it was as I was waking up. So once I woke up, I switched off the YouTubes and made a tea and did some crosswords.
Illinois. Who's in Illinois? Anybody we know?
I think I can categorically say I don't know anyone from Illinois.
Cody said? Not sure. GRB says makes a smaller order of tobacco products on the regular.
That sounds like a good plan. Once we get that limit worked out.
How much was it to ship to Josh? I think it was reasonable. I think it was only like $15 for those 4 or 5.
Yeah, I imagine it would be.
So
I suppose it depends on whether it goes direct to Australia from Hawaii or whether it goes back to the US first.
definitely not. It has to go to the US first.
Does it really?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's
I struggle to remember everyone's states over there, Rockford. You got 50 of them to remember. I only got 7 over here to remember. If it wasn't for crosswords, I probably wouldn't name any states in America at all.
Oh, Cody's son is in Iowa. Sorry. I wonder how many states I've sent something to. I should keep track. It's been a bunch.
How many of the US states are perfect squares or rectangles? Like I saw the shape of Colorado on a map yesterday or the day before. Is Colorado like a square on the map? Or does it have like little tetchy bits at the edge that aren't perfect points?
I'm going to go with perfect square. What do you call those?
Rectangle.
Quadratos.
A quadrilateral.
Parallelograms.
Parallelogram.
I have to be. I'm a homeschooler now, so I have to like relearn these terms.
Yeah.
Do you guys have kids that you have to homeschool nowadays?
Not me, no.
No, I've only got only got one left in school, and he's in his last year of high school. So
Oh, that's easy then. Yeah, because my oldest one, she's 15, so I don't have to help her. But my 6 and 8 years old, they need a lot of help. So yeah.
Well, that's thankfully when they're that age, that stuff is quite easy to remember and re-educate.
Oh, yeah. It's just
if you've got to try and remember how quadratic equations work and try and teach a 17-year-old that, Jesus, no thanks.
You figure this out.
I struggled enough with that first time around, let alone trying to do it again. G'day, Chevy. 2 Chevys in at once. Whoa.
Chevy.
I imagine Chewy quite badly hit, but by the sounds of it, lots of them are trying to kick off again and selling seats on boats. Looking at Decembers and takeoffs around the end of the year. Shouldn't happen. Boycott cruises.
I guess if you had COVID already, and you're kind of immune, then maybe you might take that risk.
Maybe that's the future of cruise lines, is getting only people with COVID on board.
Oh. And never-ending plague ship.
Maybe that's where the herd immunity is going to come from.
Oh, praise Papa Nurgle. Jesus.
And then they'll get off the boat and infect everyone.
Just live on cruise ships forever.
It's just
Yeah, make him like Snowpiercer.
just rename them COVID boats.
COVID boat.
It's got a nice ring to it.
I'm going on a COVID holiday. Oh.
A COVID-cation.
COVID-cation. That's what a lot of
Spreading
people try to do.
throughout the world.
Lucky we're not on Zoom, or the Chinese would have all these terms patented before we're done. Copyrighted. Rockford Fishkeeping confirming that Colorado and Wyoming are both squares. I believe that's what Rockford is confirming.
Yeah.
And I can only speculate that Wyoming would be a considerably smaller square than Colorado. Is that what I said? Colorado? Or as Adam Greentree says, Colorado.
Colorado.
Color. Like he says the word color first instead of collar. Colorado.
Mind your collars, brother. You are too phlegmatic.
Oh, phlegmatic. Good remindering. There's a topic that I wanted to bring up earlier.
Yeah.
Mr. Bungle, the band. New album coming out in October.
Is it called Phlegmatic?
No, they have a song on their second album called Phlegmatics.
Okay.
And that triggered my Mr. Bungle memory. The three original members of Mr. Bungle, Mike Patton of Faith No More fame, Trace Brance, also, I guess, of Faith No More fame. He played guitar for them for a little while. And Trevor Dunn, famous for being the Mr. Bungle bass player, have teamed up with Dave Lombardo of Slayer.
Oh, wow.
And Scott Ian of Anthrax.
Oh, wow.
And they've re-recorded one of their original demo EPs and added a Stormtroopers of Death song and a couple of other songs to be bringing us a new album in October. If you check out the Ipecac Recordings YouTube channel, they have a sneak peek at one of the tracks off the album. And if you haven't listened to Mr. Bungle before, you probably don't want to. It'll probably mess with your brain a little bit. It's a little bit freaky, a little bit loose.
Have you heard of Igor with 3 R's?
Bygore.
Igor. Like
No.
Igor Cavalera. He's
No.
a French producer, and his stuff is the most bunglish bungle that I've ever heard.
Oh,
Yeah, but it verges more on heavier metal than Mr. Bungle.
well, I think that's the that's where this new Bungle album has gone, is to much more their thrashier roots.
Yeah,
Hence having Scott Ian and Dave Lombardo on board.
but Igor does orchestral, electronic, and metal, all just fusion packed into one, and it's quite a worthy listen. It's really fun.
Can you put it on your to-do list to send me a link to something of that?
Yeah, easy as.
That would be good, because I like to have a listen to new stuff.
Yeah, and then send that link to me too.
And new Lynch Mob, as in George Lynch's band Chewy. Is that what you were talking about? I didn't even know George Lynch was still alive. Yeah, Slayer exists only on my shirt. But yeah, Slayer was certainly getting too old to be doing what they did for too much longer. Granted, they were doing it well to the end, but by crikey, if they kept going too much longer, they were probably going to get a bad reputation. Yeah, for some strange reason, I thought George Lynch had died many years ago. But if he's still going and he's still rocking the Lynch mob, I've got some Lynch mob tapes somewhere in my old cassette collection. Benedictum. I'm not familiar with Benedictum. I'm familiar with Benediction. They were a good quality death metal band from the late 80s, early 90s. See you, Pug. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey, isn't Chewy joining a band pretty soon?
Joining a band.
Yeah, I think so. Is that true?
We're going to have to wait for Chewy to confirm or deny that. That would be interesting to see. I might go and wrestle with the crocodile and maybe come back with a little bit of extra hardware.
What does that mean? A few more than 2 shakes.
I think it's a guitar, as I suspect. What is Dokken?
An old school metal band. Dokken. I think they're from Germany. Not too sure.
Must be too young or too uncultured.
Oh, I think it's pretty niche. Yeah, and
Is
the
it?
age factor.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm 38, and I've only heard them about them in passing. Never listened to their stuff, but yeah.
You're 38. I'm 42.
Yeah.
You're younger than me.
Yeah. But I've been maybe exposed to more metal than you have in my life.
Probably true. Yes.
Yeah.
My friends are into metal, and that's what I was exposed to, but not myself. I haven't explored.
Yeah.
Danica sent out. All right. I'll see you soon. I'm sure.
See ya. Danica.
He's living the life.
Oh man, don't envy the travel life. It's not that great. Seriously.
No, I mean, it's only 1 month out of the year, and not every year. You know, he's just like visiting all the fish fam.
Well, that's cool.
That's pretty cool, right? Like,
yeah, that is
he's
cool.
getting to meet a bunch of the people that we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting the road. Yeah, it's I used to do it about 6 months of the year, and shit, it'd wear me out. I'd get enough of it. This is the first year I've ever had to have winter at home for 20 years.
I don't think he's doing it alone too. I think he's like going with his dad, maybe his brother too. So
right, family trip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
That would be awesome if I went with my brother.
You must have cool brothers and dads. My dad's a bit of a boring fucking dork who'll stop on the side of the road to listen to frogs. And he's like pissing me off. Let's get where we're going. No, I've got to listen to the frogs. Get on with it.
Take a picture, Dad. It lasts longer.
Oh, take a recording, yeah. Fucking hell. He's got like this huge collection of micro tapes, those tiny little ones, with all the different frog calls around Australia recorded on it. Like you're repeating someone else's work, and I got a CD with all the frog calls on it of Australia, and he's like, "Oh wow, that's really cool." I'm like, "Yeah, and it's better quality than your fucking tapes, hey." And he's bothered to do the work to isolate each of the calls rather than have them all just mixed and blurred in a chorus. Fucking hell.
Okay, Danikin says he's doing it solo, so my correction, my bad. He has seen them on the way.
Yeah, right.
So Benedictum is definitely a different band than Benediction. phone up. Oi, what's he done? Started in the wrong place. Do a bit of that. I don't know.
Thanks for having me, Blacky.
Sorry, Jesse. Yeah, right. Was Jesse saying goodbye?
Yeah, he did.
Sorry. I'll hit him up later and apologise for my negligence.
See you, Danny. Oh, you're not going.
Oopsie. I'm a bit rusty. Fucking fingers. Nice, Danican. I shall have to have a bit of a rewatch and check him out. Oh, righto. Beast, you going too?
Yeah, bro. I better go. My phone, I could cook an egg on, I reckon.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
that fucking hot.
They certainly get a bit fearful, don't they?
Oh, yeah. I've been using the special cordless charger
Oh,
so
yeah.
I could use my headphones, and it's kept the
Kept what? You've muted yourself in all of that fingering.
fingering. Yeah. The power levels have just slowly drained away, but it's kept up with the headphones in. Because the stupid iPhones, you can't plug in headphones without taking up the power jack. It's retarded. Anyway, I better go. Great fun. I'll keep watching, but I'll shut my phone off.
All right,
for the
Dave.
time
Thanks.
being. See you soon, man. Talk to you even sooner.
Oh, thanks for shooting that link through too. I'll check that out shortly.
Easy as, man. All right, bye. Have fun.
All right. See ya. I don't know. Is it better when you can see what my fingers are doing? You'd be careful when you hit that rack, Danican. He might hit back. Yeah. Don't know where that one goes, but I could just play it for hours. Whoops. I believe Joshua is still hanging in the chat. He just couldn't be on camera anymore, lest his phone might explode. And no one needs a beast phone exploding on the YouTubes more than once. Whoops. Whoops. Been a while. I need to practice. What else? G'day, knife! Oh, come on, GRB. I can only play one guitar at once. Which one do you mean? Do you mean the first one? That one? Or the more intricate-y, jazzier one? Yeah, that first one I played. I'm going to go and do down in A Part Studio. because when I played it to him, he liked it too. See what he can do with it. Yeah, I like it too. Don't know if pick does it any justice or if I've got to finger pick it. Hey, Nath, keen eye, buddy. The 8s. 5 8s are 40. Yeah, I don't mind the flavour of these guys. I know true bourbon aficionados that I proclaim to be shouldn't necessarily be into the Woodstock, but it's quite a nice, cheap bourbon. So, you know, I don't mind hitting it. Yeah, I got bass lines in mind for it, GRB. I wish I could do like play the bass with my feet at the same time as I play guitar. That would be a very, 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 very handy skill to have. Oops. Check with Thirsty, Nath. I think Thirsty kept silver dollars with his Oscars quite successfully for quite a long time. I think when I first started watching Thirsty's channel, he had a few silver dollars in with a few Oscars and some other cichlids. It should work. As long as your silver dollars are, pardon me, comparative in size to your Oscars. If they're a bit smaller, they'll get it. I've played did 3 songs and I've run out of material. Oh, Chevy, thinking outside the square. Well done. That's always a good idea. Oh, come and get this one, Holly. That one. You can have him. Just got to come and pick him up, and he's yours. Yeah, if they're that big, they probably keep their own against Oscars, because I think they move a bit quicker than Oscars do, if I'm not mistaken. So if they do get chased, they can run away, as long as you got somewhere for them to run to. Gotta be careful playing those songs. Mid-North Coast. That's ages and miles from me. It's been a ruin of many a poor blow. God, I know my mother was a tailor. How can you forget the chords to this song? Jesus. She sold my new jeans. My firm was a gambling man. We're down in New Orleans. So mothers, tell your children not to do as I have done. Don't spend your lives rain in the house of the rising sun. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. A poor boy, God, I know I'm one. Well, it seems I've scared off most of the viewers with my dodgy singing and playing. Dodgy indeed. I think I just did that and emptied it already. I did it on camera. You saw me. What else have I got? I've got nothing. Got nothing. That's the least I could ask for, Chevy Fish. A little bit of backing vocal support. Thank you. Is that the House of the Rising Sun verse that I always never remember? Always, I love always and never in the same sentence. Yeah, there's at least one, potentially two verses that I always leave out of that song. Potentially because there's too many verses in that song. But hang on. Keep it coming, GRB, so I can learn it. So I don't have to Google it. And I'm assuming, the phrasing seems right. My mom told me when I was young, come sit beside me, my only son. Ah, right. right. That's why I'm struggling to make it work. No, I've come this far. And listen closely to what I say. Oh no, I've done it wrong already. To what I say, and it'll help you some sunny day. Cheers, Nath. I'm so sketchy when it comes to Lynyrd Skynyrd memories, though. Hey, you. Find the key, Blacky. You're a wild. Oh my God. Yeah, it's. I'm going to have to say no to trying it until I listen to it. I guarantee it'll be one of those Lynyrd songs that I know very well from hearing, but just from seeing chords and stuff, I doubt I'll be able to recreate it with any level of due efficacy. Oh, pardon me. I'm so bad at remembering chords and stuff, so much so that when Scungy and I were having a play the other night, I have to get her to video, not just audio record, but video this section so I can try and remember what I was doing. Back when I was like in the 20s, I could listen to something and just go, oh, that's how it goes, and smash it out. But now I can't even remember the shit that I play. How does that one go? What is that? Wet. Drinks up and rock on. Good sentiment, Nath. That should be a shirt. Someone Teespring that. Oops. I haven't done this one in about 20 years. And I don't even know if this one's in my key. I'm scared. Damn, left my hand in the fire again. Flesh to flames, smoke to ashes that burn. The bridge burnt in the process of crossing. I fall to the water to sink or float, maybe swim. The same expectations spiral to the same outcomes, cycles of choice, karma and wheels that turn. Nothing so common as the common ground. We're finding ourselves too deep to stand, too shallow to sit right down. 20 years, remember, 20 years. Send all your disappointments down the river, down the river, down. That one needs a capo and it needs learning. Yeah, so I found this songbook buried in the shed that had some of the songs. None of the ones that I ever really wanted to do, but from one of the old bands that I used to play in. Oh. Yeah, none of that one either. Chevy Van by Sammy Johns. Don't know that one. I don't even know who Sammy Johns is. I'm so sheltered. I'm so sheltered down here down under here. Down here. What else? What else can I do before everyone cries to themselves to sleep of boredom? What about? Just kidding. Wish I had songbooks here, then I could just play a song out of the songbook, but I left them at Sarah's house. What else does everyone know? On that note, I'm sorry. I thought I'd have a flurry of songs come to my mind and just be able to play songs for an hour. But I'm lacking the appropriate sheet music in front of me and don't know what else to do. Actually, let's try something. I will go and do a wee. And you guys that are left, you stalwart devotees, chuck me some names up, and if I know any of them, I'll have a crack when I come back. Oh, I made a rhyme. I'll have a crack when I come back. But that's not a song. Give me a tick. Whoops. Oh, that's interesting. Say your prayers, little son. Don't forget. Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. Wow. How long has it been since I've heard that song to know the words? Anyway, it was fun while it lasted, Nate. Thanks for the offer. Oh, how does Long Way to the Shops go? Ban on the internet. Anyway, yeah, don't know that either. I think me and Sarah did work on a AC/DC song, but I can't remember which one it was. Why is my Oscar on his side? all else fails, resort to the 12-bar blues. Just can't believe how vacant my head is of songs. Yeah, I can only do that one with the music, Nathan. It's in the songbook at Sarah's house. Crikey, that timer's just came on the tanks over there. And one of them, oh, by crikey, it sounds like an explosion when the light turns on. Earache my eye. Why is that familiar? Wasn't that a Faith No More song or something? Sit back and relax. Close down your senses and gather up the slack and breathe. Oh, Cheech and Chong. Hang on. Save the whales. Save the whales. Save the whales. But shoot the seals. Save the whales. Save the whales. Save the whales. But shoot the seals. I think that's the only Cheech and Chong song I know. It's not really a song. A female Feste was just so confused. She was chewing on a length of pothos root. Like it was chewy tobacco. How does it go, Alien? DKF. When I wake up, well, I know I want to be inside DKF's fish tanks. I have literally no memory for lyrics. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your floor. Da la da, da la da, da la da, da la da, da la da. I'm literally having mind blanks when it comes to remembering words. I don't know the words. You hear that? It's all going on. Wank, 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 wank. I'm like, seriously, even the simplest songs that I know, lyrics are just not there. Even that one. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you, almost. And when I have I know I'm gonna be the one who's havering to you. Does havering mean vomiting, Daniel? I have a strange feeling it just means blah to me. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who'd walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. La-la-da, la-la-da, ba-la-da, ba-la-da. Ban ban diddle belly doodle doo doo. Ba-da-dum battling doodle doo 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 doo. Or something like that. First person to email me a text document of the lyrics to that song wins a bucket of kudos. Anyone know this one? Oh yeah, thanks Cody. Oh my god. when you're really drunk and you come home and you've got 1,000 stories to tell your misso. I get it. Whoops. Don't drop it. I can't bend over. How dare I play that song? Never heard of it, Chevy. What's that mean? It starts on a D, I think, even though I've never heard of it. 'Cause I'm free balling. Hopeless, absolutely hopeless. On that note, I think I should probably finish here and go and do some guitar practice or watch TV, whichever comes first. Ooh, that stopped. Holy dooly, 3.5 hours. Where did that time go? I've got an idea though. Anyone who, actually does enjoy me playing stuff, if you find like chord sheet music of a song that you want me to have a go at, email it to me. I'll have a crack. I will try it. I'll, at least if I get something in my email, then I can go and have a listen, have a practice, and then potentially bring it to the stream so it doesn't just seem like some half-assed kind of effort at nothing. So yeah, pretty sure you all know my email address by now. It's my YouTube channel at gmail.com. Yeah, that's it. Feel free. And someone, please, send me the lyrics to that bloody 500 Miles song. I've got to actually do it properly because I have so much fun every time I play that Proclaimers song. But I always give up so soon because I don't know all the words and stuff. I don't know. I'd really have to tinker with what's his name, Tom Petty GRB, because he's got such a unique voice where his voice sits with stuff and that. I'd have to do my own complete version of it, but I will. If I go over into the YouTube, and YouTube's gone. Apparently YouTube's gone. Pardon me. I will refresh that YouTube window and then open that link up in a new window so I can have a crack at that. Because, yeah, it's not the most complicated song, that Free Ballin' song. It's all about underpants, yeah? Going commando. That way, at least, I've got one in the bank then, haven't I? And then I just need all of that peer pressure to pile upon me to make me do it. Crikey, I've got messages coming in left, right, and centre already. You kids are crazy. No, and then as soon as the chords and words pop up on my screen, then I all remember it. Hang on, let's have a go. Is that how the chords go? She's a good girl. loves her mama, loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses, that's a bit rude, and her boyfriend too. It's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard. I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. Now I'm free, free falling. I'm free, free falling. I'm sure there's a much craftier way to play that on guitar. I noticed that. Danny Keeping Fisher, I see you, Dan Sleek. Thanks for hanging out or lurking or whatever it was. All right. Well, I will try and remember to practice free balling and 500 miles. I really would enjoy to put a polished version, well, polished, a spit polished version of 500 miles on a live stream somewhere. It'd kind of be refreshing to actually do one and get pinged for a copyright or something, that I know I've done it right. So thanks, Dan. And thanks, GRB, for the Tom Petty link. And any other ideas you got, feel free. drblack66@gmail.com. Email me your requests. I know I've done like a email me your requests kind of thing before, and I don't think I ever received one. So it'd be interesting to see if people actually want me to have a crack at certain songs and stuff. Crikey, how's that light going? But anyway, that'll do for today. I'll try and get out of here before 4 hours is up. I'll also try and, put a video, pardon me, on YouTube this week. A video would be great, wouldn't it? I haven't done a video for so long. I don't even remember what my last video was. Probably the Goanna. But, it's nearly snake season. It's getting warmer. Clearly bird season. There's birds everywhere lately. Oh, what was that? So yeah, stuff. I'll do some stuff. I'll get back into it soon. And I'll thank everyone for your support, hanging out, being cool. Just because you're cool. Helps if I look you in the eye when I say that. Have a good day at work, DKF. I know you're out there doing good things, brother. Keep up the good work and fight the good fight. And everyone else, you're all choice as well. You're all awesome people. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Behave yourselves. Look out for one another. Oh, I should have written that one down. I had worked out this really good signing out thing to say the other day. Now I've forgotten it. Don't worry about it. It's not important. Otherwise, I would have remembered it. Check your news twice and check your bum 3 times before you walk out the lav. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good week. And I'll touch base with you all again next week. What else? That's about all. Just trying to think any gimmicky shit that I can go out on. Nah, no gimmicky shit. Just look after yourselves and look after your people. See you all next time. Thanks.